didn't know how she always finds a way. The mystery of a woman, a savior in a time of need. The bravery of a woman, in your time of need. She does the deed, the magic of a woman. Woman, woman, a warrior is a woman.
Situated in East Africa, Uganda neighbors Kenya to the east, Tanzania and Rwanda to the south, South Sudan to the north, and Democratic Republic of Congo. Since 1986, the country has won international praises for promoting gender equality through programs such as the Universal Primary Education and Universal Secondary Education, among others.
We should not deter the little girls by saying that women cannot. Women have equal opportunities as men. There isn't any discrimination. It is up to our mindset.
This is why no matter what you say, it's the mindset. Gender discrimination still exists.
But if we keep saying that there's discrimination, if we keep saying that girls are marginalized, we shall deter the few girls who would want to look up to these big men and say that, you know what, I want to be like him when I grow up.
To get to the depth of this matter, I decided to visit Dr. Goreka Okahawa Bagabe, a senior psychologist and head of counseling services at Uganda Christian University.
The history that Uganda, like in the education system, when it came out like out loud, was, I think it was early 90s, when girls getting into the university were given 1.5 above what they had actually scored. And at that point, up to that point, there were many more boys getting into the university, so it gave a boost to the numbers for the girls to also be represented at the university, to be able to get in. Some people who were not able to get in were able to get in. But the disadvantage for the boys was that somebody you had scored the same marks with would have 1.5, so they would get into a course that maybe if they hadn't added the 1.5, you would have gotten into. And I think it has continued up to, I'm not sure whether it has stopped yet, but generally speaking, after that it increased into other areas. Lots of NGOs were started for the girl child. Lots of people do research on the girl child, and there was funding for it. So for me, as a psychologist, at that point I think it was necessary to bring the numbers up to comparable levels.
I would say not really in Uganda Christian University, but general challenges. People judging you, depending on different things, the way you behave, the way you talk, the way you dress. So that's one thing that I would say every female being faces. And then some of these judgments are really positive and others are negative. So those are some of the challenges, and then the society is not accepting us. Even though there is women emancipation, it's not everywhere. So there is always that conservative or traditional part of it that comes in, that women are always the weaker sex. So in class, actually, there are no challenges where women all the female students are despised. Actually, they're more active. I would say they participate more than the male. So I haven't experienced these challenges in class. And I say all my classmates, they all feel free. Whenever they want to say something, whenever they want to raise their voice, they don't sit down and be like, oh my God, I'm a girl, I can't say this. No, in class it doesn't happen.
Let's look at Kajina in URA. When she came in, she set up corporates like transparency, accountability in URA, and up to now, the system is still being followed up to now. I wouldn't look at what to, because I always believe that leadership is where you start from. And I believe that every platform is where you can create change at any level. You can create it at home, in your neighborhood, and as a woman, we are the people that build the family and the community. So I would look at a smaller platform like my family, building my family, raising up kids that are good. Then, of course, then I'll take it to the corporate ladder and developing. So I wouldn't look for an office because I already have one. I'm a woman, and being a woman is an office of itself.
My name is Natural Louisa. I came from Chiraka, like in 2010 when I started working. That's how it was. I don't know if you know Monica Salon is I started from there. Then after some times I wanted to start mine. Then I don't know, that first salon, yes, the first room on this building. When I started there at a small salon, I had like one flyer, like $24, like 5 pieces, like treatment. I had like 2, 3, when you're starting a small business, I started like that. Then after like one year, I started improving. Then I was like, let me go there. I see if I can manage the rent. By that time the rent was at 300. Then now it's at 400 per month. Without water, electricity. If you want to be a good hairdressing, you have to really want what you're doing. If you don't want, you cannot do good things. At times you can quarrel with customers. You do bad things, they quarrel, and you also quarrel. Well, you'll hear a few stories of women who've been able to use what was given to them. Like maybe someone got a heifer and they were able to look after their children. But I'm very skeptical about those programs because even from the very beginning, the way that the people who are given the cows or are chosen seems to be, there's usually some corruption involved. Maybe someone paid some money or the relatives of the local MP get them. So I don't know that they have benefited the people who they really should have benefited because of the general corruption that is at every level.
Yeah, I'm here at Comfort Nursery School in Nakabago, a suburb of Mukono municipality. I'm here for 2 purposes. One, to follow up our documentary, Women in Society, and the second one, to cover the graduation ceremony of this very school.
Of course, it's because I wanted to serve the community around here. And of course, being a teacher, definitely, it gives me some motivation to see children learning, because I believe that I have to put in effect of what I studied as a teacher. And of course, I have the skills and I know what to do. It's what I can do it best. So it's the area I know best, so I had to begin this project. Yeah, definitely. I want these children around to benefit from the skills as teachers. And my future goal is to make a bigger school, because since it has begun as a nursery, I want it to move up to primary. And I want, of course, this community around, to suffer journeys going to look for schools when the population around is enough. So I want to serve the population around. I believe that gender is catered for because women have been exposed to all avenues of being there by themselves. And I believe it is up to an individual woman to see what she can do. There is no woman who begins something which is meant to serve the society, to serve people around her, and it fails to come out. So long as she's strategic, so long as she has planned well, definitely it is embraced by even everyone. So I don't think that there is this gender that stops a woman from performing. What matters, it is the woman herself to see that what she has begun benefits the society around.
However, this has not gone without criticism. Some analysts say the program needs to undergo some changes, whereas others say.
So for me, as a psychologist, at that point I think it was necessary to bring the numbers up to comparable levels. But to continue it over 10 years, 20 years, in my personal opinion, I think now the boys are disadvantaged. Like, no one really thinks about them. We don't ever hear a research about the boy child, and dealing with boys, just teaching them, working with young boys. It's like they have not enough attention has been given to them. So I would say to begin with, it was a good idea, but after a while, I think it should have been phased out, or at least some evaluation done of whether the numbers were now comparable and then go back to normal. I would not disagree, because when it started with women who were already at university level. They already done S6. They already scored enough marks to get them into the university. So when you think of the dropout rate lower down, primary school, secondary school, the dropout rate for girls is much higher than, I don't know the exact figure, but it's higher than the boys. There's early pregnancies, there's getting out of school because children have to work, look after their younger siblings, and things like that. So if affirmative action was taken lower down, like maybe the primary, if more attention was given to the primary, then maybe we wouldn't need to have affirmative action at the university level, and that would be more effective over the board, like for more women, because the women even who drop out at P7 or S4 would have benefited from some advantage.
We don't know how she always finds a way, the mystery of a woman, a savior in a time of need, the bravery of a woman. In your time of need, she does the deed, the magic of a woman. Woman, woman, a warrior is a woman. Woman, woman, a savior is a woman. Woman, woman, a warrior is a woman. Woman, woman, a savior is a woman. Yeah.